I have to agree with the military that we should protect women and not necessarily make them go into combat. You see, we're going through changes here, and I find that many women our parents are training their daughters not as traditionally to play with dolls and to be little nurse and to, and all that stuff. They train them to do men stuff, skateboarding, uh, strength things, and so on. And then some people take it to the next level and they figure, like, I could do anything that boys could do. Now, that might be true, but women also could do things that men can do. They could have babies and they have a breast to feed babies and the other things that, men can do. And, their attitude and the way they were trained, they would listen to children's stupid little talk. As a guy, you don't have time for them stupid little things children would be talking about. Mom would cry with them and, they have a real body thing going and so on, and everything is good. They could handle the boys as well as the girls up to a certain age with the boys. Then the boys have to hook up with the men and develop that kind of masculine kind of thing. And so even this lady here, Zoe Budwell, I'm sure that while she was growing up, sometime in her life she shifted and started thinking that I could do things that men could do and so on. And sometimes that's too late. They've missed a lot of things. I recall I was working in a circus, and this lady, she was the maintenance person. And there were some rivets that were to be taken out so that they could do some things with the material and so on. And she had these guys using drills to drill out the rivets. And that rivet is made with such steel that it was burning all the blades. So I said, wait, this is what you're doing? I said, I have a tool here that, would work. And what my tool did was that I grinded off the top and just pushed the rivet through. I know that was revolutionary to her. And then she started to set me up that they don't want me to follow on with the handle because it looks as if I might be able to replace her and so on. But I won't fault her because this is something that she will know. This is something that women might not have been looking at. Now, when you talk about cooking, I'm sure that she could do a better cooking. Well, hopefully she do a better cooking job than me. Well, I can't cook anyway, so any cooking will beat me. And a whole bunch of things that she had been trained for, she can do. Now, it is saying though that there must be an exceedingly persuasive justification or a substantial related to the important governmental objectives. Well, I think the government would like to have women not go to the level of being brutal and cruel and would kill at the drop of a hat. You don't want that because how she's going to be able to treat, the tender babies and nurturing kids and coming up and so on. I've been teaching. I've discovered that I had a guy used to give me some problems. So I went home to his parents to say, well, look, the boy is doing stuff that's unnecessary. Driving the school bus, that is. I'm trying to help him because writing him up is just going to get him into trouble and get him through out of school. And I met his mom, and she's saying that I say your boy fights everything, and sometimes it's not even something worth a fight or somebody else's business he's fighting about. I said, an attitude like this, he could be killed. His mom is saying that she's telling him to fight and she's worried that he might kill somebody. Well, when your mom is training you to kill, in my case, my father was saying, look, I'm going to teach you to fight because this guy is messing with you. But my mom was saying, don't teach him to fight because when he gets into problems, it's going to be my problem. He'll get injured or he hurt somebody or whatever. And I preferred my father's advice, but I did fight a lot, but no big thing that my mom was expecting. But the deal that she was on peace was good. So then they're going to have a difficult time being a good mom. Furthermore, to be a good wife, because sometimes, women just would say, okay, agree with the guy and let it go. Because, you see, in the discussion in the home, the women see one aspect of the problem, the man sees another aspect. The man has the responsibility. I mean, when things go wrong, generally, if neighbors involved, they don't want to beat up the husband, they don't want to touch the wife. So he would have the right to say, well, this is final what we're going to do, this is what we're going to do, because he has a responsibility. Now, I guess women are equally saying, we want some responsibility too, but nah, nobody ain't going to want to knock her out. They're going to knock out the husband, okay? And so she needs to be able to work with this guy. Now, sometimes the guy then threatens his wife and says, look, if you don't do this thing, we have some serious consequences. Here this army girl and say, bring it home, man. And she's studying, she got a gun over there. If you don't get out of hand, she'll just shoot into his heart. Whereas a woman who hasn't been trained like that, she'll listen to her husband and she's going to work with him. Now, being in the military also, they think that, oh, I could think like a man, I could do everything. This is the way it ought to be done. But it's a man thing. And, it happens all the time. Men tell girls things and they have to go and ask the brother what is meant here, or ask the father. And a lot of times the way they think it's going down, we know it's different. The guy wants to have sex, the guy wants to, move in with you or whatever. Is that what you want to do? Oh, is that what he meant? Oh, no, not me, and so I think that society basically has and the government has a vested interest in homes working. Now, look, a whole bunch of people in the Gulf wars out there have mental problems, this post-traumatic stress syndrome. Now, if a woman comes back from battle and she has this syndrome, who's going to care for her? Who's going to care for the kids? Who's going to take care of the husband and so on? I mean, the guy's got to move on because she can't function to take care of the kids. She can't be companion to him. And he's going to have to move on. He's going to take somebody who hasn't been to the war. And if she hadn't gone to the war and he had come back with this post-traumatic stress disorder, you know what would have happened? I mean, he's getting his check. He's there, companion, sex, everything, and so on. She's going to care for the kids. She's going to care for the home. She's going to care for him. It's such a difference. And I hope that women would see that this thing, I mean, you know what happened? When women start to go to the battle out there, those who haven't even gone to the battle is going to pick up that same type of persona. Man, like you see now on television where they're showing you the women boxing and so on, and shows in which women are being hurt, and the other women are saying, "Look at these men! Look at the hurting the women!" And now almost most talk shows now women throwing punches and trying to hold their own and fighting the men and so on. But it always ends. You take a couple punches across your head because you grow up tough. That's how and when you connect this lady at one or twice, there's 911 police, my husband beat him up and you kill him, come over quick, So, I mean, this is not a presentation at mocking women. I know that women really, really probably want to serve the country, but, they could serve it in so many different ways. Being a good mom, being a good wife, be there to hold the home together, and so on. Can you imagine the guy's home and his wife is in the war? I mean, he can't handle the kids. He can't handle all that stuff that she's supposed to handle. So you get a woman there. I guess sometimes the women, the man is out there. She can't handle this stuff, so she get a man. But I think that putting women through what men go through, and they don't understand what men go through, and also when they're in hot combat, what the enemy even do to them? Now, we recall in the Gulf War with, I think this lady was Smart. She was caught by the Iraqis or something like that, and they had her for a little bit, and she came back and she was so distraught. They raped them, do them all kinds of stuff, and even hold them up and get them pregnant. Over to see the period. Is there a drug that is, sort of stop the period? Is this something natural? Would it have problems? I mean, there's so many things. I think government has a significant interest in protecting women. Most of all, when you see how God operated, God was sending the children of Israel to fight against the Syrians. And the battle, it was surely they're going to win because God was going to fight the battle for them. But you know what? God said, let the women and children stay at home. We want only the men, certain, characteristics and so on. And then he even asked the prophet to watch them. And not every man who volunteered was accepted because those who are taking the time and studying, oh, my family is at home, go home. Oh, my wife is going to miss me, go home. Oh, I have these cows to take in, go home. Even those who were going down on the knees and drinking water and taking the time to send them home. But the guys who are going through the eye straight looking for the enemy, just grabbing some water to go along without even looking down and so forth. And who showed that they were, you know, whoever thought that these are the ones you would like to work with. And so I don't understand. I mean, I recall when I was in a backwards intervention program. Um, and by the way, I didn't bat to nobody. I got being black. This white lady, she got me the charge with domestic violence. She cut my hand. I called the cops. They took me to jail. So they sent me to this program. And they're telling me that women used to be warriors. And I wonder, what are they talking about? I mean, they're talking like 400, 500, 600 years ago when there wasn't sanitary napkins and when there weren't a whole bunch of things that we have today so that women could be out long when they see the period, which there was no way of stopping it or anything like that. They had to be at home sitting on something, a bucket or something like that. I mean, come on. Women weren't no warriors long ago. I mean, how long would they be warring out there? You have 100 women in this combat outfit here. Every day somebody's seeing the period. I mean, they have all these various things. They got to bathe every day. They have to take care of themselves. They can't walk through nasty water. Now, suppose now you go into a battle and you have to cross this river here, and they have a whole bunch of nasty, dead cows and people and garbage running in the water. I mean, I can't go through that. As long as that water gets in their vagina, they can have a problem in a couple of days. Then bacteria are going to give them some problem. They will die out there. But a guy you go through, it's hard to get into his penis. Or even if it does, he just pees it out and that's good. It's not getting into his anus and it's good. So I think that women should be thankful that, we love them and we don't want to see them destroy themselves. Because I'm telling you, man, we see our military men, they're homeless and they're sleeping here and there. You can't afford to see women sleeping out in the woods, out in the bush, saying I prefer it like out here. Women need to be in a home so that they could take care of themselves. Oh, in Puerto Rico here, you have women in the Puerto Rico police. And at the university, the students had a strike and they had some conflicts and so on. And the women are the front line. And when the action is ready now and they're going against the students, you see the women pulling back, they don't want the face to get cut up. Because, the beauty thing now, they're going to get some acid in the face. I mean, she is destroyed for life. Every time she sees her face in the mirror, I mean, come on, women, Some women who think they're gay or lesbian or whatever, are they men and so forth, envious men or whatever. I mean, come on. I mean, not all women are like that. And some will join this army, not lesbian or nothing like that, just thinking that, oh, we could do this. But it's going to be hard. And as I said, the enemy is going to corner them, grab a couple of them, take them back to the camp and everything like that. And that go on. When the war is over, they're distraught, they're sexually abused, and even the guys. I mean, I recall though, in the first Gulf War, the women said that when the battle started, they were so scared that they wanted the men to come over and, maybe love them or protect them or make them feel safe or whatever. I don't know if these years now, 20 years, 20 years have made women stronger or something like. I mean, the same women, man, women all the time, same thing. But it's just that now we have them, growing up, playing things like boys, playing basketball, baseball, wrestling, boxing, doing skateboarding, doing things like guys do. Whereas we should have these ladies now trying to learn to cook and trying to take care of themselves and understand how to take care of kids because this is what they end up doing anyway. The guy meets with them, they promise them we can get married and everything go good, get pregnant, have a couple children, and he's gone. They are left with a deal, and if they can't cook and if they can't take care of themselves and stuff, I mean, wherever he was, the people of the society, the home is on the fire. And if they manage to destroy the family, I mean, I'm sorry to have to degenerate to this, but all of these are considerations that we need to take. It's not just putting them into combat. What happened after, what happened during, the whole 9 yards.